Hello everyone and welcome to 8 Brit Gaming, where a bunch of Brits put down the tea and crumpets and come together to talk about gaming. I'm your host Tom Powter. Joining me today, he's all about the numbers, Javid Rahman, the one and only Adam Bennett, and someone just never upgrades their consoles. He's our last gen guy, Tom Roach. So we've literally just come fresh out of the Microsoft E3 conference, and can I just say, it was completely different to last year. No Don Matrick, no Yusuf Mehdi, and no TV, no sports, and barely any Kinect. What did you guys think? What was our favourite bit? COD was Call of Duty was first. Advanced Warfare. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, they've taken a bit of a different track from past CODs. They've tried to show that they're about something different, but we all know the gameplay is going to be, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get some classic FPS, and the multiplayer is going to dominate, basically.
I was disappointed that Kevin Spacey didn't step out onto the stage at some point. I've got a rather large man crush on the guy, but nonetheless, I'm very excited by Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, and it is the first time I've been excited for a Call of Duty game since longer than I can remember.
It was considerably more science fiction than I was expecting.
And that is the main reason why I'm excited for it.
Exactly. They've looked at Halo and gone, why do people like that?
Well,
let's add that.
They even had the little counter on the assault.
The first time I saw it, it's just Halo. It bled Halo basically.
Well,
but it's set in 2054, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about it. I think some Call of Duty games are a bit stale, but they're trying to be different, so I'll give them a chance. And the gameplay looked fun and stuff.
What I like about it, and this was out before today, it kind of sails a bit close to the wind, sort of satirically, politically, because it's got these drones in it.
Yeah.
And there's a few other things like that in the game that means that the sci-fi setting isn't just for show. They're actually going to be doing some cool stuff with it and getting some cool gadgets going, which I'm very happy with. Because when you've got Call of Duty, you could just like slap it on a turd and people would buy it.
You're right.
But I'm happy to see that it looks like they're really going somewhere with this.
I agree with you. When like they first announced it and it was Call of Duty, I kind of thought it was going to be pretty by the numbers as far as science fiction was. I thought it was just going to be Call of Duty, but the soldiers have got some fancy exoskeletons. That's about what you're going to get.
Well, like with the dog.
Basically. I wasn't expecting the space pods landing in the middle of the city. I wasn't expecting the swarm of metal bees or whatever.
I forgot that.
And like that one scene where he's in the ditch and the massive walker thing comes over. I wasn't expecting any of that. And to me, I really appreciate that they're actually trying something new with the series.
I like, we saw some of the gadgets actually, we saw the homing little rocket grenade things, I thought they were cool, and I've never really seen that.
The grenade was probably the highlight for me, which I thought was a bit weird, but just the way you could switch the one grenade to like an EMP.
It all looked very next gen.
Yes it did.
Yes, it did.
And it was a great way to kick off the show.
Yeah.
Speaking of things that look very next gen, Assassin's Creed Unity developed purely for the next gen titles. Now,
one of the highlights.
Definitely one of the highlights, and that means a lot coming from me and Javid as well, because we've been kind of turned off the series as of late, pretty much since Assassin's Creed 3, but it was kind of...
The less said about Assassin's Creed 3, just the better.
But Unity looked fantastic, and you're not a huge Assassin's
Creed fan.
I
think this Assassin's Creed is one of the things that is dragging me kicking and screaming into the proper next gen. Aside
you
from
have a
Wii U.
Wii U.
I do own a Wii U, yes.
To be fair, so
do I.
And yourself.
So many stuff in rubbish.
Well, strange for you, Tom, being the last gen guy, not owning a Wii U.
This is how you should get in. You get the Wii U and then you realise, I want some more power.
Yeah, it's an entry drug.
The thing is,
it's the marijuana of the gaming industry.
Yeah, but nonetheless, Assassin's Creed Unity, yes, I'm very excited. I will most certainly be buying it when I get my next-gen console, which at the moment, unless Sony kick the ball out of the park, is looking like it's being an Xbox One soon.
It was very it was very impressive. I think everyone's going to agree with you.
I just want to say about being set in France, I was a bit let down at first, but after what we've seen today, I'm fully on board with that, because I think it wasn't something people were expecting, but the gameplay has really sold it for me today.
I think it's a good area. French Revolution, you've got plenty of ideas you can do with that, and all I want to say is that 4-player multiplayer.
That's the main draw for me.
And it was running so smoothly.
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Jumping through that window, it wasn't kind of all bitty like it used to be. It was just you flew straight through it. The blood on
We spoke about this while the conference was going. I hope that's the main campaign, and I hope you're all just playing it like that. I think it probably is.
I've got a question about that co-op, which may have been addressed in the conference, maybe didn't see it, but when it went to the 4-player split screen, was that local multiplayer?
See, I'm not sure it
No,
was.
I read that was
don't think it
online.
was addressed.
I
I think it was just them showing you what each individual
Yeah.
person was up to.
I would like to see a little bit of local multiplayer, but I'm not gonna, moan
It's,
about
it's
it.
not a major thing anymore. I'll tell you what, given their recent history, I hope that wasn't just a nice piece of, this is what we can do, this is not what we're going to give you.
Yeah.
Allow Watch Dogs now. I assume they've learned.
Well, what's there to learn from when it topped the sales charts
Well,
ahead of
he's
Mario
right,
Kart
he's
8?
right. He's right.
True, but they've still got a lot of hate for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be fair, to top the sales charts with Mario Kart 8, you'd probably need to sell a couple more Wii U's.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Anyway. Next up was Insomniac. Now, they're regularly a PlayStation developer, but they've kind of switched over to Xbox to bring us Sunset Overdrive.
I loved the moment in that trailer when it stopped looking like another sort of
Yeah.
shooter.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And it turned into Sunset Overdrive because we were
That
all
was-
sitting
yeah,
there like,
that
is
was
this it? Oh
Yeah.
no, it's like,
Yeah.
I liked it, and it was a really good way to sort of set up the background for the humour that that
Mhm.
game's got.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of a little bit offbeat. And
Yeah.
I'll definitely be buying that.
Yeah.
Should I?
I love
get
the kind of
this one.
fourth wall breaks that guy was just
Yeah.
doing the whole and,
Yeah,
and at the
yeah.
end, he just kind of was just like, "Can you save the world? Of course you can. It's a video game."
Yeah.
And I just thought it was brilliantly undermined by that guy who came on stage afterwards.
Yeah.
And he was just like, "Who's the hero? You're the
Yeah.
hero." It was just like, you can't do it as well.
Sunset Overdrive, it's a great game, different kind of game, never really seen anything like it, from a really great developer, and it's quite good to see them branching out. They're still,
Yeah.
maintaining their PlayStation.
Well, I really like it because it has that Insomniac kind of touch to it, where it's all a bit kind of goofy and a bit flair. But not all games though, some that do like that, like Resistance. But yeah, it's a bit more like that. Yeah, I just thought it was a really nice twist on the shooter because it reminded me a little bit of Infamous. If any of you played that, but
Quality
it just
title.
I think it looked really good actually, and it's a pretty solid looking exclusive.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, and it's not on its own in that field.
That's true.
Yeah, which we'll get to in a minute.
They also showed Fable Legends.
Not too.
You're probably the main Fable man among us.
I probably am. That's not saying much
Yeah.
from Fable. But what I said to you guys during the show is what I'll say again here. If this Fable isn't absolutely rocking, then I can't see me ever buying another Fable game.
Fable did kind of drop off the radar after they released the Kinect only one, didn't they? It was like the
Yeah.
Journey or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah,
So,
I don't
yeah.
really have an awful lot to say where Fable's concerned. I've only played one of them, that was number 2.
Fable 1 was rocking, Fable 2 was competent, and Fable 3 was a miss.
That's a shame.
I have to say, your attitude's actually exactly the same as ours was with Assassin's Creed. At 3, it's like, 4's got to be good, wasn't good, not picked up. They've rescued that, so...
Assassin's Creed 4?
Yeah, I haven't played 4 to be fair.
Nah,
I just
drop that, Jack. Assassin's Creed 4 was very, very good.
Fair enough, I was not sold on the setting.
Then of course there was Forza. I'm not a huge racer myself.
Yeah.
You are, but I know you're waiting for Drive Club.
Where
Yeah,
were the green shells?
That's
That's what I want to know.
That's what I was thinking.
yeah.
Where was Pink Gold Pete?
Did
Yeah.
they say they were releasing the Nürburgring?
Yeah, in all seriousness for Forza, they've got the Nürburgring DLC, which is nice, but Gran Turismo's had that since Gran Turismo 4, so you get with the times a little bit. At least it's free. Having to pay for one track would be criminal. And then we've got Forza Horizon 2, which is a nice open world game. Can't help thinking the Drive Club's probably going to be better though. Forza,
Well, I should hope so. That delay will have cost them otherwise if it's not.
yeah. Well, we'll see more about that later. Actually, I should
Yeah.
hope Sony will be pulling that bad money out.
There was a little bit of DLC for Dead Rising 3. I kind of feel like Dead Rising 3 ship has passed. Dead Rising ship has passed in general.
Yeah.
Dead Rising 1 and 2 on the 360 were fantastic. And I just kind of feel like the series is dropping off the radar a bit.
Well, I think that DLC just, or whatever it was, it just took it out of what the game is, really.
It was very random as well, I thought. They were kind of like, here's Dead Rising 3, let's
I
move on.
thought when they released Dead Rising 3, that was at last year's E3.
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought
that's a launch title for Dead
if this didn't have the word Dead Rising on it, I wouldn't really be able to see it as a Dead Rising
Yeah.
game. It took itself very seriously,
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
and I think that's what you two guys are.
They should go the other way. They should look at, Left 4 Dead 3, we all want it to happen. And Left 4 Dead 1 and 2, they're a bit wacky, as was Dead Rising 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about that kind of, you can do what you want.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
There was obviously just a very tiny bit of Kinect on the show, which...
Sorry,
what
one more thing about Dead Rising. The thing I loved about the first and particularly second Dead Rising games was it was so like desperation is
Yes.
the mother of creativity
Yeah.
because the things that you could put together were just so wacky
Yeah.
and efficient. I love that, and I don't really see that in 3 or the DLC.
Yeah, no,
Okay, yeah.
has a really valid point, I think.
So yeah, they had to show a little bit of Kinect. They kind of, I mean, I think it's interesting that they've literally just announced they're dropping it. The Kinectless Xbox is available today, and they barely show it at the show. Now that's obviously also partly to do with what happened last year. I think everyone hating on them for just about everything.
Yeah.
But Dance Central and Platinum Dust was, I think, the other game. Was?
Phantom Dust.
Phantom
from,
Dust.
Yeah.
I'm getting mixed up with Platinum Games here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't particularly informed.
No, when I buy my Xbox One, which will be soon, I promise, I will not be getting it with the Kinect
Yeah,
sensor.
same here.
If you want a fighting game, don't get Phantom Dust. Mortal Kombat 10.
Yeah, now that was looking pretty good. So we may as well just get on to it, because frankly it's the elephant, it's the elephant in the room. Halo is coming!
Yes, it is.
When the music just came on,
Yeah.
you could just sense everyone was so excited.
The thing is, everyone was pretty much just thinking Halo 5, and they kind of did that by showing
Yeah.
the Guardian bloke in the
Yes,
ship.
yeah.
Oh, they introduced it in such a cool
They teased,
way.
they teased us, and they
They
teased us good.
Before E3, I was thinking, Halo 5, I mean, I didn't
I
really
agree,
get into
yeah.
Halo 4 that much, but then the way they come out with... Because I sort of felt like when 343 Industries came along with Halo 4, it did feel heavily different to the other Halos that we have before. Obviously, the couple
I still thought it was a
and
perfectly
it was,
good game, yeah.
decent, but...
It wasn't Halo.
It's no Halo.
It wasn't
Yeah,
Halo.
Yeah, it's no Halo
Yeah.
3 or
Yeah.
Halo 2.
Yes.
But I absolutely love the way they're bringing the old Halo stuff, the Halo stuff that
Master Chief
I
Collection.
think most Halo fans really love. The way they're bringing it back, full HD, unbelievable. I'm
Yeah.
going to buy it as soon as
I just
possible.
hope it's £40.
I
I think it probably
Yeah,
will be.
a $60 price
I
point,
can't-
whatever we get.
Yeah, I don't think they can afford to be too much over. I think
It's
it probably
one of
be a
these
bit more.
packages
It might
that
be 50 quid.
they
right?
can get away with charging.
I think they
more
can,
for.
I agree, yeah.
But if this is going to be used to sell more Xboxes, I don't
It
think they're
undeniably
gonna take
will.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a
there'll
bundle, there'll be a
box,
bundle.
There'll be a
Yeah.
There'll be a,
bundle.
there'll be a
There'll be a
Kinect-less
bundle.
Xbox
Yeah.
bundle with the Halo collection.
That's the 4th of November, I believe they said. That's going to be a big day.
Something like
Yeah.
that, yeah. But that's insane. Now, did they say that Halo 2 was getting its separate version, like the Halo 1, the anniversary?
No, the
think
way
what
I
they
read-
meant was
yeah.
Halo 1 obviously had its anniversary for
Yeah.
it. Halo 2's getting the same
So
treatment
it's
in
in
the
that
bundle.
package,
Yeah,
right?
that's the
okay,
way
that's
I-
cool,
yeah.
that's better.
3 and
Okay.
4 are kind of, they've been touched up, but they're not getting the full, here we go,
Well, that
phenomenal.
kind of makes sense.
They
I mean,
probably
I
don't
don't.
need it as much as...
No, particularly
Yeah.
Halo 4.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like
I
Halo
kind
1
of figured
was
Halo
like
3 might
Well,
get it.
Xbox original.
Yeah, I kind of figured Halo 3 might get it a bit, but it's Halo 2's multiplayer that everyone
Yeah,
wants. right?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what everyone wants.
We can play the kind of Halo 3 style multiplayer on Call of Duty if we want. It's very similar now.
Yeah.
Remember you guys saying during the show Halo 2 multiplayer, the best multiplayer in the Halo series, and I would add by extension one of the best multiplayers ever.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
video
you're right,
games.
you're right.
Yeah, I think so as well.
And that's why we're all so hyped.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
pretty
think
much.
it was a fantastic reveal, and literally Sony are going to have to bring out some guns, and they're going to have to be pretty big as well
Yeah.
Yeah.
to
Turn
counter
around and go something like, I don't know, Battlefront 3, that's an exclusive. Then we can
Yeah.
talk.
that. Then you might be talking. Even then, though, I still think the Mighty Train, the Master Chief Collection, is just going to sell so many Xboxes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be on parity with.
Yeah.
I think
with
my
PlayStation
fear,
by the end,
what I was saying to you guys before, my fear about what Sony are going to be like, I think that they might come out sort of a little bit smug,
Yeah.
maybe have a bit of a lazy press conference where it's like, just look how
Lots of
many
stats.
people
Yeah,
own a bit of
lots of
graphs
stats, yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
stuff like that, yeah.
I kind of think, interestingly, they didn't show much of Halo 5. There was a
Yeah.
big focus on the Master Chief Collection, which I think is a
Yeah.
right thing to do.
It's the right thing for getting me on board.
Yeah,
I
exactly,
think.
exactly.
I'll tell you what was interesting about that. They said the beta was December. It's coming out this December, which is quite early. I'd
Yeah.
imagine.
And also worth saying you get access to the beta when you buy
Yes,
the collection.
yes.
It's just
Yeah.
another reason to buy it, as
Yeah.
if people didn't have an original.
Well, it's like Bulletstorm Gears 3 beta
Yeah.
all over again. It's the
The
only
first
bit I can
Crackdown had a Halo 3 beta.
Yeah. Some ODST was for Reach.
Yeah. So they're actually very good at that sort of thing, Microsoft.
Yeah.
And that's just something that I really liked about this whole conference in general. It was really refreshing. It was
It
very
was
old school.
Yeah, it really
Yeah.
was. In fact, I was thinking this when it was on. I cannot remember an E3 press conference for many, many years, sort of mid-last gen, where it's been nothing but games.
Yeah.
There's always been one little gimmick.
Yeah, and they've got the whole thing like in this that's like, you know, buy this, get beta access to another game. It's just very kind of...
Just game
You
after
heard the
game
crowd
after
like whooping.
Literally, all they've done is they've gone, right, gamers, what do you actually want to see from us?
And I tell you
they've
what,
just done it.
when Phil Spencer said at the end, normally it's one of these lines that CEOs or whoever just trot out, but when he said Microsoft is a company that really listens, I thought actually
They have.
they really have.
Well, I kind of felt from the moment he stepped out at the beginning and he was like, you know, we just want to thank you for your support, you know, he's
So
like all
different.
this sort of thing. He was very obviously talking about the fact that everyone hated the original.
Yeah.
Not everyone, but most people hated the original
last year
Xbox
they
One, that
had
sort of thing.
problems.
I think they have.
It was just complete turnaround,
last
yeah.
year. It's when Halo saved them, I think.
I'll tell you
Not
what.
just Halo, I think they've just put so much effort in altogether.
it's-
I'll tell you what they didn't keep out though. They still mentioned the power of the Xbox One occasionally.
They did.
That
They
didn't
did.
go away.
They
But
did.
I'll give them their due. Some of those games, particularly Halo, do look so good. I'll
I
allow.
thought Creed looked really nice as well.
Creed looked good. We'll see.
Well,
more
am I
about
allowed to say the Division yet? Or
Well, there's a-
yeah, let's
that's a
skip that
segue.
one.
Yeah.
The Division. Looks fantastic. I didn't expect to see it. I thought we were going to see it at Ubisoft.
Yeah,
It was during the gameplay trailer for the Division that I had my highlight of that E3 conference. It was you, Javid. You said, "Holy fuck, look at that glass."
Yes.
And it made me think that is what's brilliant about E3. It's just glass. Who cares?
And the best thing is, you know that they engineered that show so that guy would walk around there so you'd see the bad guy shooting through the glass.
Yeah. But
Almost certainly.
But it's so sort of childlike.
Yeah.
Or it's like you're so impressed by the way a pane of glass has shattered. But to be fair to you, it looked overwhelmingly
Yeah.
Well,
pretty.
Call of Duty tried it last year with the dog and it didn't work. However, that pane of glass.
That's just the glass is something, you know.
Yeah. they don't bring a picture of glass.
Yeah, they look at
on
it,
the
they
glass.
just come out and say, in this game, we have glass.
It's kind of like they bring out a couple of execs bring out a shot pane of glass and they're like,
Like, this is a pane of glass before the Division. This is after.
some guy comes to the back with some goggles and a gun. It's like, no, but in all seriousness. And I think in the light of the kind of Watch Dogs, you know, not looking as good as it did at E3, it was really nice to see the Division looks as good as it did last time.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what Ubisoft are on a train here for. Creed looked really good in Division. They both had really good
What
cooperative
are
play.
Ubisoft going to show?
Extended version.
No, all
of
yeah,
those
they'll,
games.
they'll actually just play Creed. We'll just watch the playthrough of Creed.
I tell you what, I mean, this will come in our Ubisoft video, but I would love them to bring out another Rayman.
Oh, yeah, we know you would.
I would not put that past them at all.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they would like do a lot of focus on UbiArt? Because
I think it's a
They
fantastic
might.
engine.
yeah, I really love it.
It'll be Watch Dogs 2. That's what they're
Oh,
going to mention.
that'd be
You know
annoying.
that's going to come out.
Speaking of sequels, it might not even be a sequel. The title's a bit dubious, but there's a new Tomb Raider.
Yeah, I'm very excited
Rise
about
of
this.
That is
Tomb
most
Raider.
certainly a
I think it's probably a
Or
sequel.
it's
I think
a
it's a that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Rise of the
Well, it
Tomb
can't be
Raider.
No,
a pre-
no,
if it's going to be a
because-
sequel to the game we got, is it
2 years ago now?
Yeah, 2012. Oh, it might have been 2015.
I thought
I don't know.
when she was sat there having the
the
psychiatry
psychiatrist,
session,
yeah.
I thought that was in relation to events in the first game.
It could have been,
I
yeah.
know, that's kind of
And
what I
you
feel
saw
as well.
that she had the pickaxe which featured in the original game.
That's true.
And I'm not sure, but I think it's the same voice actress who I met.
Who's it?
Yeah, right. No, but it
So I-
sounded like her, but I don't see why they wouldn't bring her back. The first
Yeah.
game was really popular. The trailer didn't really give anything away, so it's just a teaser, but I'm very glad to see
It is good,
something's
yeah.
in the work.
Well, yeah,
It is good to see Tomb Raider as a thing again.
Yeah, well, that's another Holiday 2015 game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holiday
That's gonna
2015
be a
is
hell of a
so
holiday.
good. You had Halo 5 will be then. We got
really nice,
snapshot of Gears now.
Yeah.
Now I might be pushing the boat out. But could you imagine if that was Holiday 2015?
I don't reckon it will be.
Division will be.
Well, it
Almost
might
certainly.
be. They might do Gears at E3 next year and they'll be like, it's coming up this holiday, and everyone goes mental.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
But-
you will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd go mental, particularly if you just see Marcus back.
Well, that's it. That's the trailer.
Yeah. None of this bad rubbish.
Witcher 3. Yeah, I was disappointed. I didn't think the trailer was that
I
impressive.
wasn't
I-
so much disappointed. It looked like a decent sort of game. I was just a bit confused as to why they were showing us.
They released a trailer recently. It was like a theatrical thing. Like there was just kind of gameplay mashed together. It was so much more impressive than what they showed.
I guess I think everyone's already seen the trailer.
I suppose so, but then they focus on a real
If you were to do a sort of graph of my hype during that show, it would have kind of gone and then The Witcher would have gone and become like before going up again later on.
I would have exploded with Halo and then just sort of been like
trail off a little bit.
Yeah.
But then Division comes back on to save the day.
yeah, and then frankly Crackdown explodes in at the end to kind of bring the hype back up again a little bit. Yeah,
Definitely.
I love Crackdown.
No gameplay, but that trailer was it was delicious.
Yeah.
That's a good word for that, yes.
Even beforehand, you just recognised the voice.
Yeah.
And I was, oh my god, this is Crackdown.
Yeah.
Big fan of the fact they've brought back the guys doing the first one.
Yeah.
So they've realised that everyone loves the first game.
The first game was fantastic, the second one not so much. I don't know if the second one had co-op in it, but this one looks like it's pretty much confirmed to have some form of co-op. Which, it just seems what they're doing these days.
Yeah.
Got no complaint with that.
No,
it makes a much better gaming experience. Like big Mario Kart session recently, we did 70 races.
Exactly.
Just sitting around playing some mates.
70?
70.
Oh yeah. Two 32 tournaments plus 5 hours.
What, can you add them together?
No, we just
anyway.
Bringing it back, sorry.
Mario Kart can be later.
Okay.
So that was... Sorry, go on.
So, overall, what's your favourite game they showed off?
The Master Chief Collection.
Yeah,
really good, never guessed.
Well, I was...
Oh, hang on. Oh, favourite game. What was Ori?
Yes. I'm not going to say
favourite game.
Platinum, wasn't it?
No.
Platinum was scale-bound.
Yes.
That was interesting.
That was interesting because I thought, because obviously in my heart of hearts it's always Nintendo first, I thought that Platinum and Nintendo were pretty much in bed together.
Yeah.
But now I see them canoodling with Microsoft.
To be fair, Vanquish came out and everything as well.
Yeah, okay. I know it was wishful, but...
I didn't think we saw enough of scale.
Ori did look cool though.
Ori
I'll that.
and the Blind Forest looked really nice actually. And on that kind of topic, just the indie game selection that Microsoft showed was really good as well. And I just, like, that inside looked really kind of eerie, I thought, the little boy.
I thought they showed more images than my eyes could really keep up with.
That's true, yeah.
I guess they're just trying to show, hey look, we know we messed up on that and PlayStation has got some really good indie games.
Yeah.
We're back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, what was your favourite bit?
Well, Halo was just piqued interest in Xbox so much, but I really enjoyed seeing Crackdown on that really.
Me too, yeah.
It's a great game.
To see. Yeah.
You guys have already ticked off my top 2, so I am going to give another honourable mention to this Ori and the Blind Forest thing, purely because in a press conference that was full of, pow pow, stabby stabby, deathy deathy.
You even said, didn't you, this is all a bit violent, so...
I thought it was an E3 press conference directed by Quentin Tarantino up to a certain
Some
point.
Michael Bay project.
But then Ori came on and there was that lovely little moment, that sort of like rabbit-like character who was trying to wake up that whatever the hell that thing was. I thought it was really adorable. It was very sort of child of light in its art style, which is what we said. And Rayman Legends, we thought it was a UbiArt game because it had that kind of feel. But I don't know, it looked kind of magically whimsy. And if I'm going to be getting an Xbox One, it would be nice to have that sort of thing on the side. To the main course.
Break up your AAA titles.
Yeah.
What about you? What was your favourite?
I don't know. Creed or The Division, I can't decide, and my decision will be made for me by Ubisoft.
Yeah, you're waiting for the Ubisoft conference.
Yeah, basically that conference will probably have my favourite game unless Destiny really turns up.
Yeah. Okay, so that was it. I think we're all pretty damn impressed with Microsoft this time.
Yes, very much so.
Good job, Phil. Good job, everyone else involved. That was really impressive.
Ball is now in Sony's court. They better do something good with it.
Yeah. Okay, so that was cool. That's our initial impressions for Microsoft's conference. Catch us for more videos later. Until then, we'll see you then. Cheerio.